Hey, what's going on, guys? Good afternoon, Goose here, man. Coming back at your video, and I'm gonna be going over or giving some keys, what I think are some keys to victory uh, for the Saints to defeat Green Bay coming up. As this past week, the Saints went on the road and faced the Raiders. Didn't play very well ever since the first quarter was horrible. So there's some things that I think the Saints need to do in order to achieve victory. Talk about four things, at least four things I want to go over, and besides the obvious scoring more points, but there's some things that you have to do to in order to get to that point. One is penalties. Penalties was a problem last week. It was a problem. It was a problem the first week, but it was kind of offset to the fact that the Buccaneers had the same amount of penalty yardage and turnovers, and Saints were -3 in turnover. Or I'm sorry, they were +3 in turnovers the first week. So, but going to last week, the Saints had 10 penalties for 129 yards. The Raiders only had three penalties for 13 yards. So 10 penalties for 129 yards. I read a stat somewhere where that's just like it's like giving up a touchdown. It's like almost giving up another touchdown to the other teams. Like spot them 7 points, which makes sense because it extends drives, which it did for the Raiders all night long. Uh, Saints couldn't get off the field on third down, as we'll go over another stat that I think is important to for the Saints to win. But yeah, third downs. I mean, I'm sorry, penalties. Penalties. I mean, 10 penalties, 129 yards. Saints are probably one of the most. I think they're the top penalized team in the NFL or up there. I mean, gotta be with that penalty yardage. Yeah, so gotta clean up the penalties. And when you have somebody 3rd and 8, you gotta get off the field. Don't hold the receiver. Don't pass interference. Uh, get off the field on third downs. All right, number two, as I was talking about, we had third down efficiency for the Saints, especially on defense. Uh, the Raiders were 10 out of 17 Monday night, and they were 2 for 2 on fourth down. So 12 out of 17 drives were extended once they got to third down. I mean, that's just that's another problem for the Saints. Is their defense is just not that good right now. The tight end caught everything. Darren Waller caught everything that they threw at him, and he was open. I mean, God, he was open. So he was open. So I mean, it's kind of easy to throw to somebody when they're wide open. But yeah, the Saints defense was horrible, especially on third downs. I mean, they got them. They got the Raiders to third down 17 times, and they let them convert 10 times, and then when they went for it on fourth down, they converted 2 extra times. So that's like 12 out of 17 times that they extended drives once they got the third down. That's got to change. Saints defense has to play better. Malcolm Jenkins, Lattimore, Janoris Jenkins, uh, Marcus Williams, P.J. Williams, they all got to play better. Uh, they all got to play better this coming week because it's not going to get any easier with Aaron Rodgers coming to town. And Rodgers is a much better quarterback than Derek Carr, and Derek Carr torched the Saints. So really not looking forward to seeing what Aaron Rodgers does to the Saints secondary. But all right, number two is let's see, it's going to be rushing attempts. Rushing attempts. I think rushing attempts for the Saints was low last week. They only had like 19 carries. They got to run the ball more. I mean, we've seen Drew Brees. His arm strength is not there, and it's not going to get any better. This is something that's going to magically get better as the year goes along. He has his limitations, and it is what it is at this point in his career. So the Saints are going to have to run the ball more. They're going to have to run the ball at least 25 times a game. They did that against Tampa Bay, and they won the football game. This past week, they didn't do it. Drew Brees is not as accurate as he once was. His QBR is the lowest it's been since 2010 football season. So of course his percentage is down 10%. At least it's 10% from what it was last year. Last year he completed like 74% of his passes. Now he's at like 64.7, rounded up 65. So that's so they got to run the ball. They got to run the ball. Latavius Murray has to get more than 2 or 3 carries a game uh, for the Saints to beat Green Bay because you want to keep your defense on the field, off the field, I should say, since the defense is so suspect at this point. And Taysom Hill has to get more involved in the offense also. I mean, you're paying this guy. He just signed a $16 million contract. Uh, not per year, for the life of the contract, and he only got like 2 or 3 carries against the Raiders. Like I said, he's got to get more. He's got to get more yardage. All right, so we got the rushing attempts, we got the penalties, uh, third down efficiency, and there's something else I wanted to go over. And our life is, oh yeah, red zone defense, red zone defense. Yeah, red zone defense has to improve for the Saints also. Uh, the Raiders just scored touchdown after touchdown after touchdown in the red zone. The Saints couldn't hold them to field goals. It showed. They had the same problem against Tampa Bay, is they were allowing touchdown after touchdown once they get in the red zone. I mean, a lot of games are won in the NFL because when a team gets in the red zone, you hold them to a field goal. Those 4 points can come back and really bite somebody in the butt if you constantly making them kick field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. So that's got to change. Raiders, I think the Raiders had 6 out of 7 last. Sorry, 6 out of 7 of their drives after the first quarter were touchdowns or scoring plays. They had the 1 field goal. So that's got to change. I mean, a lot of red flags for the Saints after the first 2 weeks. It's a time to panic, not yet, but things are going to have to turn around quickly because they got a tough game coming up against Aaron Rodgers. As if the Saints commit penalties like they did this past weekend against the Raiders, if they allow Aaron Rodgers to sit back in the pocket and pick them apart, especially on third down, and if they just allow touchdown after touchdown after touchdown in the red zone, it's not going to be a pleasant outcome for Saints fans this come Sunday night. And one more thing I want to touch on is Drew Brees and his accuracy. It's not what it is. That's not what it was. It's not going to get any better. So they're gonna have to. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Michael Thomas probably won't play, so they just got to work around his accuracy. And because there was a play against when he threw to Jared Cook, it was a pass interference call. Jared Cook pushed the receiver down, so he was open, obviously, and Breeze airmailed it. Airmailed the football. It wasn't even close to Jared Cook. So the play wouldn't have mattered, but that just showed to me. It's like I watched it. I was like, wow, man, his accuracy is just not there. That's gonna have to change. So so if the Saints can cut down the penalties, make Green Bay kick field goals when they get in the red zone, and get off the field on third down and run the ball more, that's going to give them a better chance of victory this coming Sunday. Not going to say they're going to win if they do all those things, but it's going to give them a better chance to win this coming Sunday night, because if they have another defensive performance like they had this past week, they're not winning. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell, click all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up on your way out. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you later.